Welcome to a new series called What Is It Wednesdays? These videos are going to consist of small findings that I come across along my travels, whether they be unique, one of a kind, interesting, or just plain bizarre. And today I have two things. One of them is up there behind me, and the other one is across this stream. I'm not sure what they are, but if you come along with me, hopefully we'll find out together. So our first little item is a stone structure which is sitting just below a roadway, and as we've seen, just above a little creek. Now at first glance when I spotted it, I did think it was a type of culvert or maybe a cold cellar. From here, looks like it was some type of structure where the roof is now gone. So let's get a little bit closer and check it out. Now looking at it size-wise, I'd say it's roughly 8 to 10 feet wide and maybe about anywhere from 8 to 10 feet tall, depending on where the true bottom is. But it is all hand-laid stone, some mortar mixed in between, concrete slab on the top. And as we come inside, it kind of tells a little bit of a tale. There's a pipe protruding out of the wall there. The roof, or lack thereof, is barely hanging on. Pretty much that pipe is holding the rest of it up. Big slab right here on our left. Another one in front of us here. The floor is built up. Pipe is severely rotted. There's actually two pipes. This one broken off, that one's still intact. And it looks like there's something behind here. Now I don't think I can see it with my own two eyes, but we should be able to see it through the camera. So I'm gonna angle you guys down and then reach over, and hopefully we can see what's down there. Looks like a little well or basin. Trying to show you as much as I can, but it's a little bit more difficult than you would realize just because of the angle I'm in and the blockage of the stones. The only thing I could come up with is it does have something to do with water. Based on the proximity from the creek, there's pipes in here. Looks like a holding tank right there for some water. That's my first guess or glance. Maybe a valve house back in the day. And that's all that's pretty much left of it now. So we're gonna go down to the creek because there is, on both sides of it, square boxes, which may help lead to another clue as to what we're looking at. And also just to mention too, this is directly in line with those boxes and that structure on the other side. I know it's hard to see, but right there behind that tree is where we just came from. Came down the embankment, and here is one of two boxes. They are rectangle in shape, made out of concrete. Not very deep, I could tell, but they are right along the water's edge, pretty much inches away from the water. There's this one and that one right there, and then directly behind that is going to be our next item to check out. A little wooden structure. Has me curious as to what that is, or even if we could get inside. So let me make my way over there and we'll try to investigate that. 100% in relation to the other items, the stone little structure and those boxes, they're almost in perfect line. This one here, made out of wood, shingled roof, covered in some nature's carpet. Definitely seen better days. Width-wise, maybe 6-7 feet. Height-wise, to the very top of the roof, maybe 10 feet. So there is a sign on there, and I could tell it's old because it has an old area code. This says North Penn Water Company Incorporated, subsidiary of National Utilities Incorporated, Cherry Street, Scranton, with an area code of 717. That area code has not been used, I think, in well over 10 years, maybe closer to 20 years if I remember. But the door's open, it's not posted. So we are going to check it out while we're here. Looks like it does go down inside, but before we do that, you can tell the building has been tagged up here. No power going to it. Looks like it would have had fuses in there. Grated window. Sitting on a concrete base, but I do know it goes down on the inside, which may tell some more clues as to what we're dealing with and its relation to those boxes and possibly up there. I'm actually noticing there's a tin sign behind here. It says beware. So I do have a flashlight, and I'm gonna have to be careful because this looks a little sketchy. All right, got the light on. There's a wooden door right here for a cabinet, looks like. Light switch is right there. It's like fairly modern electrical wire. Looks like I had walls in here, not plaster, sheetrock. But there is a little pit. And, oh, some other goodies. Let me try to safely get in here because this is a little precarious right where I am. All right, somewhat safely inside. And I do want to forewarn you, there is an animal carcass in here. So we'll put on the screen when I'm about to show you that. You can turn away if you do wish to avoid seeing that. There are a lot of numbers written on the wall here, like adding, subtracting, dividing. Probably when they were doing readings. Now let's see, is there anything in there? No, it's just a box, cabinet. Light receptacle right there. Inside here is a breaker, or I should say a fuse box. So I have a switch there. Some of the two fuses are there, which almost look like shotgun shells. And then that would have taken the screw in fuses. And then a little box right there for triggering it. So there's like a two system, I guess you could say turn on, turn off. So you got this one right here, and then that one right there. Would have been, that's a plug outlet right there. It's an outlet plugged into a light receptacle. There's a tank here. I'm not sure if that would have been acetylene or oxygen. Yeah, looks like, oh, that powered a heater source, I believe. Maybe, maybe not. That looks like a little heater, if I'm not mistaken. If I am incorrect, by all means, let me know what that is. It looks like a heater, though. I was thinking maybe this is fuel for the heater, but that's actually power to turn that on and off. And then down on the ground here, there is a pipe that's broken. And it's going just diagonally with the building. There's a valve right there. So here's the animal carcass. If you don't want to see it, turn away. It's kind of mummified. I don't know if that was a cat or a fox. And there's all these little, you know, those are like pine cones in here. The floor was just littered with them. Yeah, it's been in here a long time. Okay. Those of you who want to come back, you could watch now. Not going to show that anymore. Definitely something to do with water, without a doubt. I'm thinking this was something for checking, monitoring. I wouldn't be surprised if this does connect underground to maybe where we came from. But it hasn't been used in several decades. I did try closing the door, but it won't close. I'm just leaving it how I found it. Guessing the animal took refuge in there and just never came back out. I am surprised this structure is made out of wood, but maybe that was common back in the day, because most of them I come across are concrete or stone. So the question we ask is, what is it that we found today? Well, without any certainty, I can only tell you what I think we found. Based on the location of this and those items across the way, which are in a straight line next to a water source, I think this had something to do with water management or water control. I'm thinking water management or monitoring of water, because inside here there is electric, there's numbers written on the wall, it was heated, I believe. There's the opening in the ground with the pipes so they had access to check for levels or check for certain purities, maybe doing samples. That's the best I could come up with. I don't see any big valves or mains that would have controlled water control or flow. I think it is more monitoring of water from back in the day. An area that hasn't been used for many decades, but is still sitting here with a small story to tell. With that being said, I want to thank you for coming along for my very first episode of What Is It Wednesday. These won't be coming out every Wednesday, but when I do find something like this, like I said, interesting, odd, unique, or downright bizarre, I will share it on a What Is It Wednesday video. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see you in the next video.